Hey now Deadheads, we are back again with yet another Grateful Dead release on vinyl. It's been a lot this year, but this time it's the other one from this year's Record Store Day Black Friday releases, and that is of course March 2nd, 1969 Grateful Dead at the Fillmore West. This is of course the last installment. You see this, we've got 4 box sets here, all of Grateful Dead at the Fillmore West. This is of course the Live Dead run of shows. Beautiful 16-track recordings of the Grateful Dead, home turf at the Fillmore West, intros from Bill Graham, hometown crowd, really that peak Primal Dead moment. And as a fan of the first 3 installments of this box set, I was really excited to pick this up again from Used Kids Records in Columbus, Ohio, and dig into this final installment. So let's open it up and take a look at what's inside. Here you can see on the cover, they've got a gray edition this time. We've had green, pink, purple, and now we've got gray, this time with a sunflower motif on the cover. And when we look at the hype sticker, it calls out this is a 5 LP set, although it's only 9 sides of music. The 10th side is etched, and this is a limited edition of 9,000. On the back, we've got the date once again, as well as limited edition of 9,000. A few kind of standout tracks on here for me. I love the Dark Star in this one. It's a little bit different from the Dark Stars on the other few editions within this series. Always big fan of Turn On Your Love Light. Bill Graham intro is kind of funny on this one. And then the Alligator drums jam into Side 8's jam. Really spectacular stuff. Really far out Dead. I really enjoyed listening to it. When we take a look at the liner notes, there's some beautiful photography once again. And this time, a short essay from Jesse Jarnow, the host of the Good Old Grateful Dead cast. I'm quite a big fan of the work that he's been doing with the Grateful Dead, the books that he's written. I loved Heads, the biography of Psychedelic America. If you haven't checked that out, I do recommend it. And then these records are housed in those black poly-lined paper inner sleeves. Not a big fan, but I've seen worse. And the records are gorgeous. Beautiful label sticker, very clean records. And so being the completist that I am, of course I had to pick up this 4th release in that February-March Fillmore West 1969 series, complete the what once was a CD box set, now is a vinyl box set. 17 records. It's on par with that Lyceum Theater box set that came out last year, middle of last year in 2022, to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Europe 72. I actually kind of like that approach of rolling out these box sets, instead of doing a bunch of CDs and then a bunch of records. That's massive $500+ Lyceum box set. I like how they broke this up into kind of more bite-sized chunks across record store days. I believe one of these was a Start Your Year Off Right promotion, giving us a little bit at a time instead of overwhelming us with those big purchases and those big kind of listening assignments all at once. And we saw something similar with I believe it was the Get Shown the Light CD box set. They broke it up into 3 releases. Of course, the Cornell 77 at the centerpiece of that, but then we also have Boston and Buffalo. I believe there was a 4th night in that box set that will not get a release on vinyl, or at least I'm assuming it won't, because the hype sticker from, I believe it was the Boston show that was Record Store Day this year, called out on the hype sticker that it was part of a trilogy of shows, but the Get Shown the Light box set, of course, was 4 shows. And so interesting that one of the shows there is getting snubbed, but I'm curious to see if we're going to see other CD box sets, those famous CD box sets that the Dead does every year, broken up into separate vinyl box sets. We saw one breakout show from the St. Louis box set, one breakout show from the Madison Square Garden box set, and of course one breakout show from this year's 1973 box set. I wouldn't mind even the smaller box sets, formerly the Warlocks. Give me some breakout shows of that one. There were a few other Fillmore West box sets. I think there's one other Fillmore West box set. Would love to see a breakout of that. And even, Winterland, the Grateful Dead movie soundtrack. Would love a breakout or even a vinyl box set of that, looking backwards. But we're also looking forwards. There's a lot of Grateful Dead releases on vinyl, a lot of box sets that we've got coming up next year. We know that Dave's Picks Volume 2 is coming out sometime next year. I suspect that we'll see more Dick's Picks from Real Gone next year. I bet we see 2. I know that they teased one announcement for early Q1 2024. I believe they said on the Steve Hoffman forums. I suspect we'll see 2, maybe less of the re-release series, since those original Brookvale box sets of the Dick's Pick series were mostly pressed from the original analog tapes. I think they were only redoing the ones that were pulled from the CD masters. And then we'll see a lot more looking forward. And so we're kind of in an interesting spot right now where we're looking backwards at some of these great CD box sets, Dave's Picks releases, Dick's Picks releases that are not really in print anymore, getting the vinyl treatment for the very first time. And then looking forwards to all that 1974 will bring for us, all of the next years of Dave's Picks subscription will bring for us, for all of those releases that we don't have CDs for already. And so it's kind of interesting and kind of exciting. An exciting time to be a Deadhead, I think, with all of these different releases coming out. I'm curious, are there other box sets from the past that you would love to see either a breakout or a series of breakout releases as vinyl box sets, whether it's for upcoming record store days, Record Store Day Black Friday, just other kind of random drops from Dead.net, Real Gone Music, all of these fine purveyors of Grateful Dead vinyl. Let me know down in the comments below if there's something that's been out on CD for a while that you would love to see get a vinyl box set treatment. And this isn't the end of the year quite yet. I've got one more Dead-related release to share with you, or at least one that I know of, left for this year. So that will be coming up shortly, as well as maybe a few 2024 predictions, if time allows. It's been a little bit of a busy time over in the Pure Jerry household. Got some exciting other pieces, life events coming up along the way, which will be revealed in due time on this channel. But hopefully squeezing in a couple more videos before the end of the year to share a few more thoughts on Grateful Dead releases, current and future, with you fine folks. And so that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this box set as much as I am, let me know in the comments below. I really am enjoying how they've found closure for these Fillmore West releases, and I love having that full package. It's some really great Pigpen stuff. So of course some really good Jerry, some really good Bobby, some really good Phil. It's all really good stuff, and really, really great having the ability to track those 4 nights at the Fillmore West over 50 years ago. And so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're not subscribed, I do want to encourage everyone to subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video that I upload. And that's it for today. So thank you very much for joining me. Peace.